We are following breaking news, some tragic news for the CBS family concerning a very well-respected journalist.
Yeah, let's go to Brian Andrews in the newsroom with this just in. Brian.
We're all a little startled to hear this, but Ed Bradley, the longtime correspondent on 60 Minutes, has passed away. He was suffering from leukemia. My colleague Shomari Stone has just walked up. Shomari, he was one of your mentors. This guy was like, he was it. Back in the 70s and 80s, the head of 60 Minutes, the guy who was the first guy to wear an earring. He would always ask the tough questions. You worked with him before. Here's this picture that you took with him. What are your memories of Ed Bradley?
Ed Bradley was, an amazing journalist. He broke many stories. In fact, one of the few journalists to leave Vietnam. He was my mentor. In fact, I was interviewed by Ed Bradley just 6 years ago at the University of Michigan regarding affirmative action at the school. That aired several times on 60 Minutes. I was very impressed with his delivery, very impressed with his questions, and he will very much be missed. I mean, this is just, you just told me about this right now. And
yeah, we're just finding about it ourselves at the moment here. So again, Ed Bradley passing away from leukemia. We understand that Katie Couric is standing by in New York for a special report. We'll go to her when she's ready to go. But again, the news just coming into us here at CBS. We've lost a longtime member of the CBS family, Shomari's mentor, a guy I looked up to growing up as a journalist. Ed Bradley has gone to be in a better place. Back to you in the studio.
Very sad news. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Shomari.
All right, Al, we got some sad news today. Ed Bradley, one of America's best-known journalists and a longtime member of the CBS News family, died today.
We're all down about it here, and it came as a shock because very few people knew that he had leukemia. CBS 4's Brian Andrews is here now with a look at Bradley's life and work. And Brian, what a full life and career he had.
Yeah, he certainly did. Mike Wallace says Ed Bradley was simply the best, superb at what he did. The award-winning journalist who'd been there and done that passed away this morning in New York from leukemia.
I'm Ed Bradley.
The well-known reporter from 60 Minutes was remembered at the White House, a beat he covered more than 20 years ago.
Our thoughts and prayers not only with Ed's family, but all of his colleagues at CBS.
It didn't act as if terrorism was an imminent and urgent problem.
From world leaders to global celebrities, Ed Bradley was a pro, no matter what the subject matter.
General, how long would it take for this missile to reach the United States?
30-35 minutes.
I have some questions I'd like to ask her about Emmett Till.
Okay.
Will she come out and talk to us?
What I just hear you?
Tell me again.
No.
She won't?
No. Goodbye.
I'm back?
I said goodbye.
Goodbye. You leaving?
No, you are.
Anytime you lose someone so dedicated to quality journalism and integrity, he's going to be missed and missed mightily.
I always thought he was the coolest person that I ever knew. He had a great interest in young people.
People were moved from Viet Cong areas.
The well-traveled correspondent was known for the quality and thoroughness of his work. He died Thursday at Mount Sinai Hospital in New York from leukemia. He was 65.
Every day, regularly at noon, he'd come past my office and wave, and where was he on his way to? The gym. He was constantly in taking care of himself physically. And so to know that during all of that time, apparently something different was going on, and apparently it was stunning for me.
Ed Bradley's work has influenced thousands of journalists.
He is the reason why I wanted to do this as a career.
Including CBS 4 reporter Shomari Stone, who as a college student was interviewed by the 60 Minutes correspondent in 2000 for a story about affirmative action at the University of Michigan.
I was absolutely in awe. I mean, here you have a man who has so much integrity, professional, a great journalist. I said, Mr. Bradley, can we take a picture with me, please? And he said, of course. And we just looked serious. He said, you got to have that journalist look. So we just looked at the camera and went and snapped that picture, a picture I will never forget.
He traveled the world. He was in the White House. Bradley was just a damn good reporter.
It's the way all of us in the news business would hope that our colleagues would remember us. Ed Bradley was 65. He is survived by his wife. You also have had your time with Ed. Not like Shomari, but back when I was a kid in 1988, I was an intern at the Democratic National Convention. And there I was. Senator Paul Simon was one of the potential candidates, and there's the pack of reporters, and I look up, and there's Ed Bradley. I'm like, wow, you know, what a guy.
Yeah,
a true legend in our news business.
Certainly so.
Such a cool character, too, with his little earring. And, oh, we'll miss him and his work.